Hey everybody, welcome back. It's nice to have you here today. If you are not already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. I would love to have you here. This is a new episode of That's My Jam. And this week it is Boys with Guitars. Now, saying how much fun it was to make this playlist is not enough. This was ridiculously fun for me because I have stories about these people and they're people I hold close to my heart. I'm trying to see how to start this off. The first artist I have is, well, first let me start off with how long it is and how many songs I chose. I chose 36 songs and it's 2 hours and 19 minutes. So yeah. Now the first artist I chose was Curtis Peoples, and he is my absolute favorite ever. He's an awesome musician, an awesome songwriter, and an awesome friend. He's just, we started communicating back when MySpace was a thing, and my friend's like, you should listen to him, you totally love it. And I did, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna send him a message. And we just started communicating, and a year later, I didn't get to meet him or see him perform until a year later because he is a Los Angeles-based artist. He is originally from San Diego. He lives in Los Angeles now and has for a while. And we just started talking and became friends, and I just really in love with his music and the way he writes songs. He calls it coffee shop arena rock. And yeah, it was really cool to meet him the first time because it was like meeting a friend that I never met, and that was awesome. And then I've seen him about 3 or 4 times after that, and that was probably the last time I saw him, I was just looking, was 7 years ago. And that's insane to me. But I also want to tell you, if you heard of him, he is also a songwriter, and his best friend is Vic Fuentes of the punk band Pierce the Veil. And they go on Warped Tour, and he co-wrote some of their #1 songs. So if you have kids that listen to that kind of music, you've heard my friend's music. But he's himself, he's like acoustic guitar, like he said, a coffee shop arena rock. And if you do live out in LA, there is a Hotel Cafe show that is an 80s, 90s throwback with him and my pal Keaton, who I'll talk about them. And yeah, it's awesome. So check him out. But I chose some of his newer stuff. A song, Not Enough Drugs, with Marie Digby, which is a really good song. One of my favorites is Too Late, Never Said. And one of my favorite newer ones, well, not newer, is Exit Scene, which is very emotional. And pretty much the newest song from his latest EP, 5'9", is Last Night My Favorite Band Broke Up. And it's pretty dang good. Like, he always looks for input because he knows I'm going to be honest with him. He knows I'm going to be like a critic, but he trusts me. So, it's all good. And next artist is actually one of his really good friends. And everyone has heard about Curtis through this next artist. But I was the other way around. Like, I knew I was a fan of this guy before I even knew he was friends with Curtis. And his name is Tyler Hilton. And I go gaga for him. I've met him 3 times now. I have seen him 3 or 4 times. And the first time was him opening for Taylor Swift. And I got on the guest list, and I was 5th row center. How crazy is that? This was only when her Tim McGraw album was out, and Tyler was also in her video for Teardrops on My Guitar. So, yeah. But I love Tyler's music. Again, guy with a guitar, just emotional lyrics, kind of makes you feel things, and some of it's fun too. Like, a lot of these guys I'm mentioning, back in the day, I had feelings, and they always rustled the feathers in me. Like, these days I don't have romantic feelings really, and back then it was like kind of like a dream world for me, and they really touched my heart. The music did. So yeah, but you would mostly know Tyler from the movie Walk the Line. He played Elvis, and he played Chris Keller on One Tree Hill. Those are his most notable roles. But he's a musician. He's awesome. And I hope you enjoy the songs I left. Jenny, Leave Him. A really old one, How Love Should Be. I Believe in You. And Prince and Nothing Charming. And his very first single, When It Comes. Oh, and a cover he did live with Kate Vogel more recently of Long Ride Home by Patty Griffin. I love it. And the next guy, his name is Keaton Simons. He writes beautiful music as well, and he is also an awesome person. Like, he's an awesome human being. Like, he's a good friend, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's just really good at things, and he's one of those people you always want the best for him. At one point, he was signed to CBS Records and got to be on some of their TV shows, most notably NCIS, and my favorite Keaton song is on that soundtrack, and it's called Unstoppable. It is beautiful, and I also have a video I can link you to of him and Curtis doing a duet of it at a show I was at. Because back when I started this channel, it was all about my music uploading. So yeah, I'll check out the description. I'm gonna link a few videos that you might like. But yeah, for Keaton, I have Unstoppable Beautiful Pain currently, which was one of his first songs, and If I Haven't Forgotten, a duet. And the first time I met him was so cool. He was so friendly and so warm. He gave me his double album that was no longer available in stores, and he gave it to me for free, and that was just so nice of him. And ever since, it's just like we click. Next is Todd Carey. I met him through Curtis and Keaton because they played at a bookstore, and I went to the show and was talking to them and went to see them to support them. So, and that was an awesome time. But he has some cool songs. My favorite is Nintendo. It's catchy. It has a cool video. There's Back Off Baby and OMG. And then next is I Met Him Once, and when I went to Philly with a friend of mine, and it's Ernie Halter. Like, he has albums that you could listen all the way through and not skip. And I think that's rare these days. Like, I just really think that isn't a cool thing, because there aren't many you can listen to all the way through. So I have for him Whisper, Love in LA, Cyclone, Almost You, a cover of No Diggity. And Cyclone's also a cover too. He does have like a 90s throwback album, acoustic of like R&B. So I think that's rad. So if you want to look that up, you can. No Diggity is on that. Like, Ernie also has these great emotional lyrics and like these lines in the song that just like catch your ear. So yeah. And next is another pal of all of theirs is Tony Lucca. You wouldn't know him from the Mickey Mouse Club. Yep. And he was also on The Voice, like season 2. I know, a long time ago, 2012. But he makes beautiful music as well, and I support him. I have Pretty Things, Death of Me, and Melancholy Caller. A single song I threw in because there weren't any others that I could find that I liked. But Josh Hodge, brother of Will Hodge, has a song called 360 that I dig. There was a song by him, but there's only a video for it. I can't even remember the name right now, but if I find it, I will link it down below. The next is I never met him, and I only saw him in concert once, which was opening for Lady A, and that is Josh Kelly. Because all of these people know Josh Kelly. They're a big circle of friends, basically. And I was a fan of Josh's brother, and Charles, and their friend David before Lady A came about. They did songs, but you can't find them anymore. It's rare. I have copies of the CDs, but you can't find them on like Spotify and stuff. I'm that weird person that keeps rare stuff. But he's more of a country artist now, or at least trying to be. And my favorite album of his is Special Company. So that's a good album to check out. The songs I included were his very first song, Amazing. That video is where he met his wife, Katherine Heigl. Fun fact. And Almost Honest, Just Say the Word, and a song he wrote called 2 Cups of Coffee for his wife. And actually, I got to interview him twice. Another unknown fact about me is I used to, when this era was happening of MySpace, I was part of a website called bandhumor.net, and me and my friends would contact these up-and-coming artists and interview them through the phone. It was before like iPhones were a real thing, and we do phone interviews with conference calls and recordings, or we do type questions for them to answer through email, and like contact their management and stuff. So, fun fact. The next is Tyrone Wells. I never met him, but I put him into this because he's just another guy with a guitar that is really talented. And I have Metal and Wood, Sink or Swim, Seabreeze, and Sugar So Sweet. My favorite is Seabreeze. It's a really old one by him. But if you want, like, a beautiful voice and, like, this just melodic kind of song, you will love Seabreeze. I don't have many facts on him or inside stories, but maybe I will include some photos in this video if it will let me edit them in, so you could see some of these people I've met and talked about. But I will link the playlist, I will link some videos, and I really hope you enjoyed this, even though it's longer than my usual. That's my jam. Sorry for the cracking voice. I'm getting over the flu. So, I hope you are having an awesome day. Turn the playlist on. Listen to some awesome music. Get ready to feel things. And have a great day.